Okay, I want to introduce you to Todd Edley. Todd is a local inspector here in Traverse City, and he owns the business called Home Inspections Plus. Is that right, Todd?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So, Todd, tell me a little bit about yourself and your background and how you got started in this and how long you've been doing it.
I've been inspecting for over 10 years now. I started my inspection business here in Traverse City, and I inspected here for about 3.5 years. And then my wife and I moved out to California, where I inspected for about 6 years. And then we moved back to Traverse City about a year ago, so over 10 years.
Wow. Okay. So, what makes you different from other inspectors?
Education, I think, is the big thing. Professionalism. I'm very involved in the home inspection industry. When I moved out to California, I got involved with CREA, which is a California Real Estate Inspection Association. I started out as vice president and then president of our local chapter. I worked my way up through several committees, became state director for California. And in 2017, I was nominated and won Inspector of the Year for the state of California.
Wow,
So
that's
I've been
impressive.
very involved with the home inspection organization. I still am involved today in Traverse City here. I'm on the National Membership Committee for American Society of Home Inspectors and continue to be involved.
Okay, so you're someone that people can trust and know that you've got the education and the experience to do everything, which is pretty good. Yeah,
I've been around for a while. I've seen it all.
that's good. So in this crazy world we are living in now with the coronavirus and everything that's going on, how has that changed the inspections?
As far as the actual inspection, it hasn't changed much. We still do what we do. But the bonus out of this is that we've learned to use Zoom. We've learned to use FaceTime. I'm seeing everybody working together way more than what I used to see.
That's awesome.
I can do virtual tours for your clients. We can do walkthroughs, things that we've never done before. I think it's a game changer for our industry. I really do.
Well, it is. And, everybody is kind of like, my hands are tied. I can't show a house.
Right.
But my buyers can now go to an inspection, but I can't be there.
Yes.
But you can let them in. But I understand they have to have permission from you and from the home seller in order to go through the inspection.
Yes.
Okay. But in many times, that's the first time that buyer is actually able to walk in and touch, feel, smell, whatever that house. And so I bet they have a lot of questions for you.
They have a lot of questions. The first time they're through, it's kind of the amazement. The second time they go through, everything looks different than the first time. So there's always a lot of questions that you have to hold their hand and walk them through and, get answers to everything. You just got to be patient,
Right.
I've had a lot of people want to Zoom with me or do a walkthrough with me, and that never happened before.
No.
So this is all new to us.
Well, that's like, we can't have photographers go and take pictures right now until the governor, opens things up. So in many cases, it's the homeowner that has taken a virtual video, and that's the only thing they've seen, which that's not their expertise. So you taking a video really helps. So.
It answers a lot of questions for the client.
Yeah.
It keeps the ball rolling for everybody.
Well, that's good. So how long typically does it take to do an inspection?
It's all based on square footage, but an average size 2,000 square foot house is 3 hours. And then I would have the inspection reports emailed out the same night. It's always the same night.
Very good. Very good. And that inspection report is emailed to the buyer and the buyer's agent.
The buyer's agent,
not
both.
the seller, correct?
No, not the seller.
Okay. And of course, that's a negotiating piece between the buyer and, the seller, as far as how, what is actually wrong with the house or how much is good with the house.
Right, exactly.
And it helps them make a decision whether they want to purchase it or not. So that's good. Yes. Do you point out things like, I had an inspector when I lived in Seattle, and he would say, this roof is good. and it looks really good, but probably in about 7, 8 years, you might have to do this. So he would point out things that maybe didn't need attention now, but might in the future, just so I would be on the lookout for it. Do you do that also?
Yes, when you know, like a furnace, let's say the average lifespan is 20 years. If you're 18, 19 years into it,
Yeah.
I'll recommend budgeting for replacement. You're getting
Okay.
at the end of the life cycle. We
Okay.
don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell you when it's going to die, but start budgeting.
Yeah, but it's not going to kill an inspection or something
No.
like that. No. Okay, very good. So many times people choose their own appraisers, or not appraisers, but inspectors. But obviously, they go on the advice of their real estate agent. But many people are having pre-inspections done before they list their house. Do you recommend that or not?
Yes, I do. It makes for a cleaner sale for the sellers and the realtor both. When buyers come in, they don't want a list of things that need to be repaired right off the bat. So if the seller can get a list of what needs to be cleaned up and fixed before they start showing the house, it makes the transaction easier for everybody. And typically the seller can save money by shopping around and getting these things repaired at their own time instead of in a crisis during under contract.
Right. Okay. So how much does is the same cost the same for a pre-inspection as it would for a regular inspection?
It's the same inspection, it's the same price. Yes.
Okay. And it's based on square footage, right?
Based on square footage. There's no such thing as a half inspection. If you see something that's not part of what they wanted, you still got to write it up. You still carry the same liability.
Right.
So the pre-listing inspection is the same as a normal home inspection.
Okay. Very good. So if someone wanted to hire you to do a pre-inspection, or they wanted to hire you to do a regular inspection after they bought the house, how would they get hold of you?
My phone number is 231-620-4538. You can call me or text me on that number. My email is toddinspect. It's TODD inspect @yahoo.com. Best way to get a hold of me.
Okay, very good. And in today's day, if somebody needs an inspection done next week, are you available to do that?
We still have a lot of openings right now because the real estate industry hasn't gone back to work yet. So
I know, we're waiting.
oh yeah, exactly. I think once this thing gets cleared up, it's going to be a madhouse. Everybody's going to want things done now. So schedule them as soon as you can.
Yeah, I agree with you, because we have so much pent up business that's just waiting for that green light to say, hey, okay, and then we can list houses and sell them again on a normal, regular basis. So that would be good.
That's what we all want.
I know. Let's do it. Well, Todd, thank you so much. This was awesome. I know it's helping people to choose various inspectors, and I use you. I love the work that you do, and you're so thorough, and that means a lot to me. So I want to make sure my clients are protected, and you do that.
Yep.
And I appreciate
Thank you.
it. Okay.
I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you for joining me today, and hopefully you'll get a lot of business from this.
Thank you.
All right. Talk to you soon, Todd. Bye-bye.